Hey, Amber here. It's going to be a bit longer than normal, but I have a lot of good information to cover. I'll move fast, so you may have to watch this one more than once. Dave wants me to give you some more info on the NAR settlement. I know that you received an initial video from Dave on Friday about this, but this is a bit more on the important topic. First off, the news media is getting it all wrong. Go figure. We hear them say the 6% commission will now be negotiable. It's been negotiable all along by law. The news media has also been saying that this is going to save buyers and sellers $30 billion a year. It's simply not true. It's going to move the cost to the buyers from the sellers. There's a lot unknown yet, such as will home prices lower or will sellers try to keep the difference? With the settlement starting in mid-July, the MLS will not be allowed to show the cooperative commission to the buyer's agent. As we can see, the buyer's compensation can be paid by the buyer, but currently, VA loans do not allow a buyer to pay agent compensation. The buyer's agent's compensation can be negotiated into the purchase agreements. It remains to be seen, though, how underwriting guidelines will be impacted. Will this be considered part of seller-paid closing costs, or will it be considered differently? Going forward, there will have to be an in-depth conversation between the buyer's agent and the buyer about commission and what they do for the buyer. As we in the industry know, a buyer's agent does so much more than just show the houses in the transaction. They coordinate to see the property, provide access to the property, negotiate the terms, coordinate the inspection, provide education and guidance, counsel on utilities and insurance, orchestrate the entire transaction, including the mortgage and closing. Trying to put a monetary value will come under the microscope. Is it worth $9,000 on a $300,000 sale or $24,000 on an $800,000 sale? Will many buyers try to work directly with the agents? If so, will the listing agent do a lot more for less? If the buyers work directly with the listing agent, will this mean the death of the MLS? Prior to the MLS, buyers would visit multiple offices to see the market. Today, that would be on the real estate company's website. We'll keep up with this we'll keep up to date with this more in future videos. This week, we have the Home Builders Market Index that'll be released. Tuesday will bring housing starts and a 20-year bond auction. Wednesday, mortgage apps and the Fed statement on rate futures will be released along with a press conference. Thursday gives us initial jobless claims and existing home sales. The news to watch this week will be the Fed statement and the press conference. We're going into the week continuing to recommend locking your rate. And as I conclude, think about this. We have some turmoil ahead in the real estate industry. This is not that different than when the Dodd-Frank Act came out 14 years ago, changing the mortgage industry. Looking back, we lost a bunch of weaker loan officers, and in this round, I would expect the same to happen in the real estate industry. Now is the time to work with a real lender in mortgages. I know Dave and his team is one of these leaders, as I'm part of his team. So let me ask you, if you aren't using Dave and his team, why aren't you?
I am David Kosmecki. Call us today. Let us make your dreams come true.
Thanks for calling the Dave Kosmecki team. How can we help?